Good morning, it's day 5 on set. It's probably a couple hours until we start rolling, but this is the morning of day 5, so just getting things into motion. Now, one thing I want to talk about that I didn't end up talking about yesterday, um, something I learned was how to pick at food. It's something kind of interesting to talk about, but we did a dinner scene, a scene where I was having a conversation with my mother over dinner, and one thing I had never thought about before was keeping continuity with the food that you're eating in the scene. We had to, at the beginning of every take, we had to reset and make sure that everything looked the same way it did before, which means you can't eat the food. So if you guys are ever doing a scene, a dinner scene or a meal scene, an important thing to keep in mind is you can go ahead and cut at food. We were eating pizza, and I was just using a fork and knife on it, because that was something that fit my character. Make sure that it's something that your character would do, and so pick at it, move your food around your plate, fix your plate. You can even pick up your cup and pretend to drink something from it, but don't eat the food. Just try and keep the motion relatively normal. Also, one thing that I failed to mention in the past videos, a lot of the music in these videos are done by a friend of mine, Tim Leger. Make sure you check out his Soundcloud, because he really does pretty cool music, so there's a link in the description. Go check it out and like his stuff, and it's pretty cool. All these wardrobe options, and there's still more. Gotta love the actor's life. I have a hot pocket. Oh, so about to do close-ups. It's so hot on studio.
The other thing you might want to do is not sit directly in the light.
That's probably,
I know these things.
Sitting.
Old after tip. Don't sit with light.
That's good thinking.
Alright, cut! Fix this scene up. Danny,
We're playing with dollies.
if you're coming in the front door, you run into...
We wrapped. We're all done for today. We're wrapped for today, not total. But we're wrapped. And it's probably only like 5 o'clock. So, Cody, do you know what time it is? Holy cow, thank you. It's like 8:25. Doesn't look like it, though. It's like still kind of bright out. So, maybe. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go jump into a lake. There's a lake by here. So, I'm going to see if that's something I can go do. Any notes from today? Excuse me. There wasn't really anything in particular that stood out. It was really, I just have to say again, it was really nice to be able to act against another actor, have someone else in the scene, aside from the canine. I remember one thing I learned. I just learned to remember to be respectful of the other actors on set. There was an instance where I was in a scene with the other actress, and I was off screen, but I was her sightline. I was being goofy, and I wasn't being considered as to what her being in character and playing this emotional scene. And it wasn't extremely emotional, but it was just still she was still acting something serious. So I was there, kind of making goofy faces and not being considerate, and so that was just something that I would warn against. Remember that even though you're not in the scene, other people might still be acting. So remember, keep in mind other people's what they're going for. Something else also that was interesting that I hadn't thought about before. There were a couple of scenes where we were doing reversals, which are so we did the wide shot where we got both the actress and I in the scene, acting opposite each other, so you got both the dialogues. And then we cut to over the shoulder, so say there was someone behind me talking to me, something like this, and you're looking at the person back here who's talking, and you're looking kind of over my shoulder, if that makes sense. We were doing those shots, and the camera was pointed at me, and my scene partner didn't get her line out quite right. And rather than just stopping and redoing the take, because the camera's on me and you're getting my audio, I had to just continue the scene and, act as if nothing had happened, because they could still salvage it. It's not like the entire take had to be cut, because they wouldn't see it. So just keep that in mind. If your scene partner messes up, you don't always have to start over. After the shoot, final meal and discussion, where we've got a couple more people on set, and we just finished our last shot for today, so we're just kind of sitting around eating dinner and chatting. It's been a good day.